We are continuing from our previous episode, so if you have not seen it, make sure you watch that one before you come to this one. Now, we are going to write 500 meters and 1 kilometer as a ratio. But first of all, we need to make sure that these two quantities have the same unit. Having the same unit, we can express them as ratio. But if they don't have the same unit, we cannot express them as ratio. So let's change our kilometer into meters. Therefore, 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So if 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters, and here we have 1 kilometer, this means that here, instead of 1 kilometer, the quantity we need in meters is 1,000. Imagine that this side was 2, instead of 1, it's going to be 2 times 1,000, which will give us 2,000. Now from here, you are going to express the two numbers together with their units as a ratio. So instead of 1 kilometer, we now have 1,000 meters. So here it's going to be 500 meters is to 1,000 meters. Our second step here is to simplify the quantities we have here together with the units. Bear in mind, in our previous episode we talked about this, that we do not write ratio with the unit. So we are going to simplify this to, which is going to be 500 meters over 1,000 meters. So the meters here will go away. This 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel another 0. Now what we have left here is 5 over 10. But 5 can also divide itself and at the same time also divide 10 without any remainder. So here 5 will go into itself 1 and 5 will go into 10 2 times. What we have here is 1 over 2. But the question did not ask us to write this as a fraction, but rather the question says we should write this as a ratio. So you cannot write this as a fraction, you cannot leave this as the final answer. But after you simplify this and you get the simplest form of the question, you rewrite this in the form of ratio, which is 1:2. Bear in mind, I cannot bring this unit here because writing ratios, we do not add unit to it. Now let's get back again, brush through whatever we did and see the steps involved. First, when we were given 500 meters and 1 kilometers, we needed to change one of them to the other so that they will all have the same units. That is the reason why we changed our kilometers to meters. So we saw that 1 kilometer is giving us 1,000 meters. Therefore, if 1 kilometer is giving us 1,000 meters, here is going to be 500 meters is to 1,000 meters. Now when you get this here, what you are going to do next is to simplify. You can simplify straightforward or you can rewrite this as a fraction, depending on how you understand it. So here we wrote 500 meters over 1,000 meters. The units here will cancel each other. Then 0 will take away 0, 0 will take away 0. Then 5 will go into itself 1, 5 will also go into 10 2 times. We cannot write this as fraction since the question asks us to write it as ratio. So you write it as 1:2. Thank you. See you in our next episode.